There's a strange heaviness that comes from living in clutter. You walk into your room and see piles of clothes, stacks of papers, objects you don't even use anymore, and yet they sit there, quietly reminding you of what you haven't done, who you used to be, and the weight you're still carrying. It's not just the mess outside, it's the mess inside that it reflects. And for a long time, I didn't realize how much it was holding me back. Every time I looked around, it felt like I was an outsider in my own space. My room wasn't a sanctuary, it was a mirror of stagnation, a reminder of all the ways I had let things pile up, not just on my shelves but in my life. Maybe you felt it too, that quiet dread of walking into your own space and feeling more exhausted than before. The truth is, clutter is not just physical. It's emotional. It's mental. It's spiritual. And when we live in it, we start to believe that this weight is normal, that being buried is just how life has to be. But it doesn't. The shift began the day I decided to declutter, not just to clean, but to let go. Every object I touched forced me to confront a belief: am I keeping this because I need it, or because I'm afraid to release the version of myself it represents? I realized we do the same thing with our thoughts, our habits, our relationships. We hold on, convinced that letting go means losing, when in reality, letting go is what makes space for something new. As the room began to clear, so did my mind. For the first time in years, I could actually see the floor, the desk, the walls, and with it, I could see myself more clearly too. Clarity isn't about adding more, it's about stripping away what no longer serves. And that's when the vision came alive. An uncluttered space revealed the possibility of an uncluttered life. I began to ask myself, what kind of environment do I want to wake up in every day? What kind of life do I want this space to reflect? But vision without discipline is just a dream. It wasn't enough to declutter once, I had to create the habit of choosing simplicity over accumulation. And that's where purpose came in. Every morning, when I put one object back in its place, I reminded myself I'm not just cleaning a room. I'm creating an environment where my future can grow. Discipline stopped being a chore and became a ritual, a daily affirmation of the person I was becoming. Still, it wasn't perfect. Some days the clutter crept back in, papers scattered, laundry piled, old habits resurfaced. But instead of shaming myself, I chose action over paralysis. I learned that setbacks are not failures, they're invitations to recommit. Each time I picked something off the floor, I was also picking myself back up. And in those small, imperfect actions, resilience was built. Gratitude became my anchor. Instead of seeing decluttering as losing things, I saw it as gaining space. I began to appreciate the calm of a clear desk, the peace of walking into a room that no longer drained me but renewed me. Gratitude shifted the entire narrative, from one of lack to one of abundance. And somewhere in that process, I started hearing my own inner voice again. Without the noise of clutter, both physical and mental, I could finally distinguish my desires from the expectations of others. I could adapt, flow, and move more freely, because my environment no longer chained me to the past. It reminded me that simplicity is not emptiness, it's freedom. So here's what I want you to try today. Choose one small area, a drawer, a shelf, a corner of your room. Spend 10 minutes clearing it. Not just moving things around, but actually letting go of what no longer serves you. As you do, ask yourself, what else in my life am I holding onto that I no longer need? Start small. Let your space become a mirror of the life you want to live. Because the act of decluttering is not about organizing, it's about transformation. It's about creating room for clarity, for peace, for vision, for growth. And one day, you'll look around and realize the space you live in has become the space where your best self can finally breathe. This is not just about your room. This is about your life. And the moment you let go, everything begins to change.